Christian, I know I've asked you this twice already, but how does it feel to know that your sister has an OF?
Is it pink?
Okay, I'm not ever answering that.
Every time I'm on the bus, he takes his phone and he goes, "Oh look, it's your sister."
Do you care?
And they ask me, "Is it pink?" I just tell them, "Pay for it and find out."
Well, guys, the stoops keep on getting lower. It seems like once a month at this point, I am subjected to a new low that I never thought a human being would stoop to in order to make an extra dollar. At this point, I don't know why I'm surprised anymore. Now, on this channel, we have talked a few times about some oddball OnlyFans situations. People doing things that they really shouldn't be doing for no other reason than to promote their OnlyFans. The most prominent one being that one lady who went to TikTok to tell everybody about how her son getting sick at school interrupted her filming session, obviously to promote her OnlyFans. And that was pretty bad. When I saw that, I was like, okay, this is probably the upper limit, right? She's not like making her son come on camera and talk about this stuff, but she's using her child to promote this kind of content. It really can't get much worse than that, right? Wrong. Allow me to introduce you to Camila Araujo. At least I think that's how you pronounce it. Please forgive me if it's not. Camila is a content creator who has found a unorthodox method of advertising her OnlyFans. What's that unorthodox method, you may ask? She makes her little brother talk about it on camera. A lot. No, I'm not clickbaiting you. No, I'm not rage baiting you. You're about to watch multiple clips of this woman having her little brother talk about her OnlyFans and her pussy. It's really cool, and if I'm being honest, I'm glad this is the path we've decided to go down as a society. Can't wait for the average OnlyFans account to be a whole family affair. But by the tone that you're watching this video in, I can tell that you haven't quite been disgusted enough for the day, so let me help you out with that. Let's not waste any more time. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
As a little brother, I don't think I've ever asked you this, but what do you want to do for a living?
Oh yeah, I've always thought about this. I want to become a dentist, and the reason why is because I always had trauma as a kid. Usually a lot of kids have been nervous, so I want to put a smile on their face whenever they come to the dentist and comes out the door.
Oh,
I know you do OF too.
Jesus.
Okay, so this was the earliest instance I could find of her using her brother for this purpose. It's also the most innocent, which is really not a word that belongs in this video, but objectively, it is. It's gonna get significantly worse after this, okay? But this is the general premise. Anything involving her brother wraps around to him mentioning the fact that she has an OnlyFans, which is obviously weird enough in and of itself, but I guess as the shock value wore off, she decided she needed to up the ante just a little bit, and that did not take long.
Christian, I know I've asked you this twice already, but how does it feel to know that your sister has an OF?
I mean, bring me to Disneyland, got me some new shoes, bring me to like a lot of places. So, yeah, I mean,
So you don't care?
yeah, but there's one question. What do they mean when is it pink?
Okay, I'm not ever answering that. I'm never gonna answer that. Okay, cut the cam.
Okay, so how fucked up in the head do you have to be to walk up to your little brother and be like, "Hey bud, I've got an idea for a banger video. I'm gonna ask you about your feelings on me being an OnlyFans model," which is already an extremely weird discussion to have with your brother to post onto the internet. But we're not gonna end it there, okay? You then need to ask me, what does it mean when guys ask, "Is it pink?" You need to act stupid even though you look like you're probably 14 years old, so you definitely know what that question means, but just act like you don't and we'll try and pretend like it's not insanely fucking weird for a brother to ask his sister about the color of her pussy. Okay? Got it? Good. Roll the cameras.
Hey,
We're back.
unfortunately.
Unfortunately. Anyways, all that studying. For what?
We just started. We just started.
Oh, come back, I have a question to ask. No, come back, I have a question to ask.
So this is from her podcast, which from what I can tell, anytime her brother is on it, it's just them talking about her OnlyFans. For the life of me, I could not find one full podcast episode. I don't think there's like a real podcast, if that makes sense. It's just these scripted clips that they make to post onto YouTube Shorts. That's my guess. And anytime her brother is in one, they're talking about her OnlyFans in some strange way.
As I said, all that studying for what?
Dude, I'm honestly like, I'm so sick of these comments because it's like, I chose to do this. Like, I don't think you understand. Like, I am, like, beyond this, I'm well-rounded, I'm educated. Half of the shit that I do is because I choose to do it. So all you out there. I'm probably smarter than you. I've made it this far at 21 without a college degree. However the I did it doesn't matter. I bet you if OnlyFans went away tomorrow, I would still find a way to be successful. No matter what.
Okay, so look, I've said this many times before, I have no issue with OnlyFans. We live in America, you're free to do whatever the fuck you want. If I had a pretty asshole, I'd probably sell pictures of it too. Sorry, I like money. But trying to sell this idea that you're this business mastermind who'd be successful no matter what, when right now you are resorting to making your brother make TikToks about your vagina in order to sell your OnlyFans, it's really hard to take you seriously.
Like, all that studying for what? Like, bro, half of the billionaires didn't go to college.
Yeah, I mean, that's objectively false, but sure, we can say that, I guess.
Do you think I'm a good sister?
No.
Bro, why?
You're my sister. You're mean to me.
Not all the time. Bro, we live in different states.
You're saying this because you're on a podcast.
No, we live in different states. That's how I mean to you. I mean to you when you're failing your classes, yeah.
I'm not failing.
A D.
It's not failing.
That's a D, it's failing.
F is failing.
A D is failing.
For you it is, because you're an A+ child.
Right, I am.
Shut the hell up. You're literally doing your career is in only. You can't be talking. You're selling pictures of whatever. You can't be saying. All that studying was for what? For what?
Okay, so this video interests me because I feel like it's a pretty good example as to why this works, why these videos are doing so well for these two, or really just her, I guess. I feel like you can imagine a brother and sister having this conversation. This seems like something a little brother would pull out when his big sister is giving him a hard time. 100%. If you go through all the other videos, you'll see that it's pretty clear that the guy doesn't care, at least yet. He might be too young to sort of understand what his sister is subjecting him to, but he wouldn't be making all these videos if he was really that torn up about it yet. These videos are meant to go viral out of context. That's why all the information is there. Immediately, they establish that they're siblings. Then within like 10 or 20 seconds, he starts talking about her OnlyFans and how she's given up everything to sell pictures. These videos are meant to go viral with the crowd who comments stuff on these videos like, this kid was raised right, he's a Sigma. It's all on purpose. And I think that's why they do so well, because people don't dig into it any deeper and find out that it's not really a podcast. These clips are staged. They don't bother looking into any of that, so they just engage with it and they make it go more viral, which ultimately results in Camilla getting more subscriptions to her OnlyFans. That's the play.
Alright, I get this question way too much, even in school, basically everywhere I go, if I ever get recognized. What do they mean if it's pink?
So, as you can see, these two are not the most creative. The only two bits they seem to have is him asking what does it mean when they say is it pink, and him giving her shit for dropping out of school, which really, I think makes this a lot worse, because it takes away any sort of plausible deniability that maybe, just maybe, this is some really weird family dynamic and they honestly don't think it's weird. No, they do the same bit every time. These are not real conversations, which makes it pretty obvious that these two know what they're doing is for shock value, and they seem to not see an issue with that.
As I've been like leveling up, you know, in my career, like what's the craziest thing that's happened to you so far?
So there's this one kid, I'm not gonna mention names, he is obsessed with you. Every time I'm on the bus, he takes his phone and he goes, oh look, it's your sister. You know, and he goes like this. Oh, look at this. Yeah.
Are you okay?
Absolutely.
Do you care?
And they ask me, is it pink? I just tell them, pay for it and find out.
And with that, I think we've seen enough. For a moment, I was hopeful. I was like, okay, they're still doing the is it pink thing, but they're trying to go in a different direction. Thought they were trying to make it emotional and pander to a slightly different audience this time, but no, had to ruin it right there at the end with what might have been the most blatant advertisement so far. If you want to see what color my sister's pussy is, you're gonna have to buy her OnlyFans. It's like a fucked up version of if you give a mouse a cookie. Well, guys, what do you think? What are your thoughts on this advertising technique? like, personally, I feel like this is adjacent to an imprisonable offense. Obviously, this sister is in the wrong here, but I feel like a lot of the blame needs to go to the parents. Surely you've got to be aware that your children are doing this, and when your son appears to be like 14 and you're letting this happen, that falls on you. What's really unfortunate about this situation, besides the fact that this kid is going to need some pretty extensive therapy in a few years, is the fact that this is so successful. These shorts get millions of views and they've gone viral on Twitter multiple times, which means a lot more people are going to start doing this. Yippee. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and walk on over to that subscribe button and touch it. It's free. It won't cost you anything. But for now, that's all I have for you today. Bye.